Welcome back to Film Study podcast with Lexi. I'm Lexi. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Let us know your thoughts in the comment. We just talked about the next episode 611. And now we're going to do our predictions for episode 612, Draft Day. It's kind of unbelievable that we're here already at Draft Day. I don't think it hit me until I just said the title just now. But be that as it may, let's get into it. Draft Day. With Draft Day around the corner, Spencer celebrates the big day by making some lavish purchases. Meanwhile, Olivia unveils her book to her family, but worries that no one will show up to her first book signing. Elsewhere, Jordan stresses over who his best man will be, and Asher faces an uncertain future at Coastal. I do want to take this time and, I do wish that I'm glad that they're actually giving Liv a storyline in this episode, and I do wish they'd give her a little bit more screen time to go hand in hand with it, because I feel like I even forgot that it was revealed in one of the scenes that Liv has been really trying to go the independent route with her book, and she's been literally networking on LinkedIn with different people to get this book published in an independent way, which I think is really cool, and I just want more time sort of dedicated to it so that we can fully flesh it out. But with that being said, Asher, uncertain future, what do you think?
Let's see. So Coach Montez, NFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is he an official assistant, or he's like a grad assistant, or
he's a grad?
Is he even a grad?
Yeah, I don't even think he's a grad.
Like
Exactly. He's just he's a student assistant.
Wonder if they make him an offer, or if I don't know. It's just
to become
there,
a full-time
or
coach.
Maybe he has an offer somewhere else as well.
I got you.
Because he's uncertain about his future there. Maybe it's not in question as to whether he has the opportunity to be there, but he gets maybe a look from somewhere else. It's Coastal, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
His is a weird situation because it's not like anything necessarily changed for him. Obviously, head coach leaving, or maybe the new head coach coming in doesn't want to keep him on.
Right. That's fair.
So there is that possibility.
Exactly.
Because that was tailored specifically for him, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I actually agree with that, because I think it's maybe that new coach wants to clean house a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. So yeah, maybe that, or somebody that, he had that that one, we don't know the coach's name, but that coach at the championship game, maybe he becomes head coach, and there's a little...
I don't know why that's funny to me. We still don't know this man.
Exactly, because he was just in that one episode. He's literally in that one episode, had all those lines. It was what's going on?
Yeah.
Did I say who this episode, by the way, was written by Mike and David and directed by, again, big fan, Don Wilkinson. So it's going to be a greatly written episode and a wonderfully directed episode. You already know. But I want to do Olivia book signing. Let's get back to that. Unveils her book to her family. How do we think that she's going to do that? Is she just going to... Are we going to start the episode and they have already read the children's book, or... Because I feel like that's such curious language, unveils it to her family. What does that mean?
I mean, have they just not seen the cover?
Oh, maybe that's it. But yeah, it just felt so official. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would be it would be very different if it was if she said that Olivia's planning a private book unveiling to her family, without the no one will show up to her first book signing, but it's it's both the family and the book signing, which is interesting, because I think that we're obviously going to get more on the book signing itself, but yeah, it was just, this was very interesting language, so I assume that we'll get something in the beginning of the episode with her, or just her family being your book was great, I read it.
It might be some fun cover art, and they get to see that final
look.
Product.
But I hope that we actually spend time there, and this is a little selfish of me, but again, I don't want to get away from this core four plus Laura. That's also something that we don't get to see very often. So I think it would be really nice, as a hint towards the future, to have Olivia gather everyone, not the vortex, but like everyone that's in her family, including Spencer and Layla, to unveil this book. I feel like that would be cool. And it's also just like a dynamic that we don't get to see ever at all. Now that I'm thinking about it.
You think they bring Grandpa Willie back?
That would be fun. I think, it would be really fun. I don't think that this is going to happen. And if it does, that's wonderful news. Great surprise. But if it was like, if they were actually invited to family breakfast this time around, that they've been having on and off, and that's where she unveils the book. I just want to do something cute, because it's like, just do something different, do something new, do something fresh. We have 4 episodes left, potentially. Obviously, we know they got renewed for another season, but the uncertainty for these characters
just with these specific, with this specific.
Yeah, so if we're not doing it now, then might not ever get to do it. So that's what I hope for that story. But I do think it'll be maybe more on the book signing, and her thinking about like this book signing, and maybe talking to the people in her life about that. Jordan stressing over who his best man will be.
I think do you want me to say how I think it's going to end up, or just what he's going to struggle with? Because I feel like we're going to get a cheesy, "You're both my best men."
You know what?
I get it, but it's also, all right.
I was just like, that is a potential as well, but I think the synopsis that came out after that, it felt like more that there was a decision made. You know what I mean? Because it says like
some
Spencer, yeah, is because it had like a line about Spencer in the wedding. So I was just like, oh, so maybe he does end up choosing Spencer. Again, it's literally either going to be Spencer or it's going to be both of them, or like a curveball. I don't think it's going to be a curveball. So I was always just like, it's majority is I think that it's going to be Spencer, or it's going to be like, then like a lesser percentage of that is it's going to be the both of them.
It feels like it has to be Spencer, right?
It does.
Him and Asher, like, they've known each other longer, but
I just want, this is a question that I had when I saw people saying that they thought it would be Asher. I just want, because I haven't been able to think of one. When is the last time that Asher and Jordan have had a deep conversation amongst the two of them?
I guess the only one that really pops in my mind was when he was sick.
That's the one that pops into my mind, but that was like about his relationship with Jamie, and then like Layla was also there, so it's like they don't have a lot of just the two of them meaningful conversations.
Honestly, Asher and Spencer probably have had more
meaningful conversations. That's what I'm saying. And like, Spencer and Jordan for sure have had more meaningful, like, one-on-one conversations. So I that alone is sort of where my mind goes to why I say that. Besides the fact that Spencer is the protagonist and he gonna be a part of this wedding. Like, he gonna be a part of this wedding.
It's either both of them or just Spencer.
Just Spencer. Like those are the only two options. Let's be real. Like,
in no scenario.
Listen, and I'm like, and they better not steal, because they already know Liv is the maid of honor, and so they better not steal that. Also, we better get an actual conversation. I mean, we know, right? We know, but I want to see an actual conversation where this is acknowledged, right? That Liv is the maid of honor, because of course, and I would like a little joke too. Obviously, it's not even predictions. It's just, this is what I want to happen.
I need a callback.
I need
Liv's grief episode when they were at the beginning. That I need a callback to that in some way.
I just need a funny moment between either the three of them or Jordan and Layla together, where Layla's like, "You're not stealing Liv, period. Like, Liv is my maid of honor. I'm getting Liv." And that's what I want to see a fight. I want to see a fight over Liv. Basically is where this is going. A good one, a funny one, but a fight nonetheless. A fight nonetheless.
I'll take
it. And then Spencer celebrating the big day, lavish purchases. We saw some of the lavish purchases in the
The trailer
preview. Yeah, the
or
trailer.
the preview. Yeah, the trailer preview.
Yeah. So I know that he buys Liv. There was a necklace, right?
It looked like a necklace or a bracelet.
Yeah, necklace or a bracelet. I know for sure he gets. I was about to say Jalen, the actor. He gets Dylan a necklace, a
Okay, maybe that's
chain,
what it's.
a
Okay.
chain too.
Yeah,
So he was making some big ticket item
yeah.
purchases.
I'm sorry. Now my brain is going to football.
I know.
Like how basically the agents are loaning them money to be able to do that, and then they'll just pay them back for a lot of the time because they haven't made any money yet because they haven't signed a contract.
Right.
I'm like, you sure you want to do that? But it's common practice.
It's also just like how are they going to make Coop a part of this? Because we know Coop going to be involved in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So we'll look for how they shoehorn Coop into this.
Oh, she gonna be there.
She's gonna shoehorn herself. She's gonna shoehorn herself.
What's the Jamie Foxx Denzel? I'm leaving here with something.
Exactly. I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving with something. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. That's the predictions. It's drafted. How do you feel about just the fact that we're actually here, like, from the beginning of this series to draft day to the NFL?
Can we just give the show, cast, crew, everybody their flowers for making it? I'm one of the ones who started on Netflix, and I remember, like, we remember how young all their faces looked. Like, just you remember, I was like, oh man, this is a really good show, and for them to last this long, like to get to this moment. We remember when Billy first brought him to Beverly,
right?
And now we're at this very just huge moment of this character's life. Like, this is what you've been waiting for. This is what we've been building to. It's kind of it's surreal. Like,
it is surreal. I don't think it's hit me yet, for sure.
No, like I love having, like, just being able to, like, witness from start to present.
Yeah.
Like where he is. Like, it's really cool, man. Like,
it is really cool, and it's so interesting, I think, for me to hear the cast talk about it. Like, Spencer finally gets to achieve this dream that he's been chasing, and I realize that has been since the inception of the show, but Spencer's story, I think, goes so beyond football, which is why a lot of us connected to this show in the first place. And so it's I feel like it was a reminder this season that this was Spencer's goal. And to me, not like, I'm not talking in general, but I think, like, to me, just viewing as a fan, because to me it's always just been about, like, Spencer striving to have a better life, right? Like, and I think, like, that can include the NFL, or it could, like, it was going to, but, like, that this was, like, football was his vehicle to do it. And I think that's part of the reason why, in my opinion, this show could always be brought back, could always continue, because I think it extends beyond the NFL. But this is a really cool, I think, marker that denotes, like, how far he's come.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I'm excited.
It is exciting. And I'm excited to see how they'll mimic the draft. Because I didn't even mention this. I forgot to mention this. It took me, like, the third watch of the last episode to realize that they got some of the licensing for the teams. Because they were the Baltimore Ravens, certainly. And
I was like, I remember you sharing that screenshot.
There are a couple other teams, but I'm very glad that the Baltimore Ravens were one of those teams. So
yeah, they were.
Yeah.
I saw that Raven logo.
I know. So maybe we'll see a Raven logo again. Hey, who knows? Is Spencer gonna come to Baltimore?
What if he gets drafted by right?
He gonna help Lamar Jackson?
Yep, Lamar needs some weapons. He
does need some,
or he needs a slot receiver. I guess.
Yeah. So good times.
Some screen passes.
Exactly. Good times. But yeah, those are our predictions for episode 6/12. It is fastly approaching to the end, and that is, again, not the end because they're renewed, but the future is uncertain. So it's like, ooh, we're getting there. But anyway, thank you for listening.